Hello everyone, my name is Ashish and you're watching on the YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to learn about the ES6 arrow functions. So without wasting any time, let's get started. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell icon so that you don't miss any of our videos. As usual, I'm using my VS Code text editor and I have my console open on Google Chrome. And here you can see we have three functions and we are calling each of them and logging them onto the console. And here you can see the output in the console. Now let's change these functions into the arrow function syntax. So for that, let's copy the first function without any parameters and let's comment it out. We'll paste it here. To change this into arrow function, we'll simply remove this keyword function and instead we'll put either let or const to declare the variable say hello, and then we'll write an equal to, then we'll have the parenthesis, and then we'll write the arrow sign. And this converts this into the arrow function, and you can see that the output is the same. Also, since we have just one statement inside the function, and that too, that is a return statement, so we can go a step further and remove these curly braces and also the return statement to get this. And you can see that the result is same. So we can write this complete code in one line. Now again, if we have one parameter, then what we can do, first let's copy this. We'll comment this out and let's paste it here. Now again, we will remove this function keyword and we'll declare the variable say hello using let. You can also use const. Then we'll put an equal to sign and after the parameter we'll put an arrow. And you can see that the result is same. So this function is now converted into the arrow function. Since we have just one parameter inside the parenthesis, we can also omit this parenthesis. And as I told you before, that we can also omit this return statement since we have just one statement inside the function. So this gives us this syntax. And you can see that the output is the same again. Now if we have multiple parameters, the procedure is the same. Let's copy this. And we'll paste it here. Let's comment this out. Then we'll remove this function keyword, declare it with let or const. We'll put an equal to sign here. Since we have two parameters here, so we'll keep the parenthesis and we'll place an arrow sign here. And we can also remove this return statement and curly braces. So we can do this and still we'll get the same result. So this is how you can convert your normal functions into arrow functions. Now let's see how we can convert anonymous functions into arrow functions. Here you can see we have attached an event listener to the document object which listens for the click event. So if I click somewhere here, you can see that we'll get the output clicked. Now let's convert this function into an arrow function. Again, we'll copy this and we'll comment this out so that you can have it as a reference, and we'll paste it here. Now to convert this function into an arrow function, just remove this function keyword and we'll put an arrow after the parenthesis. And that's it. So if I click again, you can see that we are getting the same functionality. Again, since we have only one statement inside this arrow function, we can remove these curly braces and we can condense it all into one line. And as you can see here, we have got the exactly same result. Apart from just making syntactical changes and making the code look cleaner, the arrow function has one very important task. It changes the scope of this. To understand how the arrow function handles this, let's see this example. Here we have made a class person, and inside this we have a constructor, and also we have a print name function which has a set timeout and which takes another function. Now why we have done all this, it will be clear in a second. Now let's try to make an instance of this person class. So we'll say let p is equal to new person, and inside this we'll pass the name as Ashish. Now let's call this print name function. So we can do p dot print name, and let's see the output. You can see that we are getting a blank output at line number 43, that is this line. So this line is not getting printed here, whereas we should get the name printed here. But why it is not happening? This is because the function has its own this. That means the this keyword here and the this keyword here are not same. To fix this, what we can do is we can define another variable, say self, and we'll set its value equal to this. Now inside this, I am saying this too many times, but I hope you are getting it. So we can say self.name, and you can see now the name is printed. So let's see this once again. This is a very important concept. The function has its own this keyword. So when we are using this here, it is of this function and not of the class person. But the this here is of the print name function and hence refers to the class person. And that's why it is equal to the name variable. Now let's see what happens when we use the arrow function. So we'll copy this and we'll paste it here. Now we can remove the function keyword and let's create it an arrow function. We don't want this statement, and let's keep it this dot name. And we have to change the class name as person2. Now let's create an instance of person2. So we'll say let p1 equal to new person2, and let's pass something else, say Akash, and let's do p1 dot print name, and you can see that Akash is being printed here. So here in this example, the this keyword here and the this keyword here are same. So when we use arrow functions, the this keyword always refers to the object and it is not bound to the function in which it is defined. At the cost of repetition, I am telling it again that it is a very important concept to understand that the this keyword inside the arrow function is not bound to the function, whereas in the normal function, the this keyword is bound to the function. So until and unless this keyword is defined in the function, it will not work. This is a great advantage we get while using the arrow functions and the this keyword, because we can have a consistent value of this unlike the normal function. I hope you have understood what the arrow function is and how it handles the this keyword. Please hit the like button if you learned something. If you are new here, consider subscribing. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.